It's loyalty or respect?
Respect, man. I think loyalty comes with respect. You know what I'm saying? If you are real with motherfuckers and you don't hold them up, you know what I'm saying? You get that respect from them. Of course, they're gonna be loyal to you. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna fucking love you. You know what I'm saying? And love is better than being hated on any day. You know.
Let me tell you something. I disagree with you, Joey. There is nothing more important than loyalty, bro. Loyalty. Till I die. I got whatever.
But you get loyalty with respect, though.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Loyalty is the ultimate goal.
Would you rather loyalty without respect, being respected?
Respect is what you earn and whatever, and you initiate it, but the ultimate fucking goal is loyalty, bro.
This is what happened.
Yes.
Right? So while we were recording...
This is the story people need to hear.
So while we were recording the album, one of the things that Jay started telling me was several times when we would be driving home and he'd be like listening back to it and shit, to the songs, you know? And he's like, man, Twisted is talking shit about you, bro. And I was like, what do you mean they're talking shit about me? He's like, they're jealous. They're jealous of your voice. They're jealous of how you deliver shit. And I was like, really, bro? Like, I was just with them, do you know what I mean? But I remember what I had thought. I remember the specific time he was telling me this. What I had thought is, oh, that's fucked up. Because those are your boys. And you're telling me this about them. Mm-hmm. You dig what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't even know you like that yet. Like, you guys have been together for years, but you're telling me this. So it made me kind of like put some boundaries up with him.
Okay.
Do you dig what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like not trusting like what you're saying, you know?
Uh-huh.
And
was this the first point you felt like he had been sort of dishonest with you or not genuine?
that specific time was the first. I mean, all of us, you know, talk shit or
of course
do some goofy shit sometimes, right? But that was the first time like I looked at him different because I didn't believe him.
Uh-huh.
Because I thought the way that I was with Twisted, I thought they could have just said some shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't feel like the vibe, like there was all this hidden shit.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
I could have felt like they could have just said some shit, like they did with the song, right? Like they did when they were like, oh, bro, like you gotta change those lyrics.
Right.
You feel me?
For sure.
I didn't think they were gonna be like, hold it in, and then when I walked out of the room, they'd be like, that bitch motherfucker.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? It just didn't feel like that to me. And so, you know, he started telling me that about them, and I was like, all right, cool, you know? I'm like, damn, why didn't they say that to me, though, you know? And he's like, oh, they ain't gonna say it to you. I'm like, all right, cool. Time goes, we get done with the album, all that shit happened. I go to see them, nobody's there.
Right.
And I felt super disrespected.
100%.
Because I didn't come there to fight nobody. I didn't come there to argue with nobody. I came there to just be like, how do we fix this? Like, what's happening? You know what I mean? Like, what's the tension from? You know? And that was it. That was the last time I actually saw Jay one time after that. But I did not like him after that.
But let me ask you this.
End up booking that tour, like did all the paperwork, did all this shit. Show up to the first night, and they're like, yeah, whoever the fuck was there, they're like, you guys ain't on this tour anymore. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, you guys are off the tour. I'm like, fuck you mean we're off the tour, man? You know, where's Twisted at? I go to their bus, I go in, and they were just bummed, bro. They were just like, man, homie, Jay won't let us do it. Like, he made us take you off the tour. And at that point, you know, their energy together, even, I could tell, like, you know, even during the Dark Lotus album, I could see the energy. Do you get what I'm saying?
No,
like,
tell me, like, the energy from, like, you're saying you felt Twisted's energy was negative, or you felt there was negative energy between those parties?
There was negative energy between those parties, between Jay and Twisted. I didn't really feel it between Shaggy and them, but I could tell, like, there was already issues.
Do you have an instance of something that transpired that made you feel that?
I mean, I could tell you what they told me, right?
What's
so that night, so I'm on their bus, and I'm like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, what happened, you know? And they're like, bro, we gotta get off this fucking label. Like, we can't do it. He told us when he found out you were gonna be on the tour, he's gonna pull all the funding for the shows, and we can't do the fucking shows unless we took you off. I'm like, for real?
Yeah.
You know? So watch what they tell me. And they're like, look, we ain't never had a problem with you, but we gotta ask you something. And I'm like, what? They're like, Jay told us while we were recording the Lotus album, you were always talking shit about us. I was like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's the shit he told me you the fuck were saying.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
And they knew it, bro. So I was like, bro, he told me the fucking same shit. And they were like, we knew it. We fucking knew it. Like, Rob, we knew you wasn't saying that shit. I'm like, I knew you wasn't saying that shit.
Yeah.
You dig?
Yeah.
And so that night, and then we partied, we hung out, and it, you know.
We Twisted, you hung out.
We Twisted.
Yeah.
On their bus, we hung out, and the energy between me and them always has been that. I got no beef with you. I ain't never had beef with you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're cool.
Yeah.
And I think to this day, we're fucking cool. You know, that was the last time I saw them.
Yeah.
But we ain't got no, you know what I mean? Like, not that I fucking know of.
Right.
Like that was it, you know?
Yeah, man.
And I figured like coming after him, you know, and I never was like, man, fuck juggalos and fuck, because I don't know, like I never felt like that. How the fuck can I be like, fuck all of you when I don't know you? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know you to like.
Right, absolutely, man.
And just to get that energy out, especially because he was lying, bro. Like I remember one thing I heard, I think it was in his book or in the interview or somewhere, he had said that one thing that upset him about me was that I bit their style and started painting my face. Bro. For sure. Now think, like I want you to picture my perspective. Now I told you, like I shared with you, how many times he asked me to do that, and I didn't want to do it, and he fucking talked me into it with Shaggy's help. So I ended up fucking doing it, right? And then later, now I'm no longer involved, and I know the only voice that's gonna be heard is his. And how many fucking people now are gonna think that I actually did what he's saying? That shit irked me. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely,
like,
bro.
Like,
still to this day, I guarantee people think that.
hell yeah, they think
you know
that.
what
You know?
I mean? Right.
Now I don't give a fuck.
Right.
But then it bothered me. I'm like, oh man, like fucking you has to ask me so many times, bro. Talk me into it over how many fucking days and weeks.
Right.
And now you're saying I stole that shit? That's some fucking shit that, you know what I mean? Like knotted me up.
For sure.
So, so we'll get out of that. But on a positive tip, yeah. So then I released those songs, and I'll tell you about ABK because I ended up doing a show somewhere like Detroit or.
Well, he actually wound up being the first guy to leave.
If I jump somebody, my man gonna jump with me. You feel me? If I rob him, my man gonna rob him. Like if I wanna smack the shit out of him, my man gonna smack the shit out of him. And if I shoot, my man gonna shoot. And if I gotta die, my man dying with me. Like, that's just how it is. Like, my people is right for me, no matter what. And I know that for a fact.
It's respectable, man.
Ain't no goofy niggas around me. They're gonna die if I gotta die.
I wish somebody would die for me, man. Like,
no, facts.
Like,
I'm sorry, what was that?
Everybody, we've been talking a lot about a Violent J, but everybody wants to know, what about Shaggy? Like, is he just the towel the cameraman? Or Candy says, the drunken vajayjays, bitch?
Oh, God, don't say what I've been saying.
Why not? We'll put it all out there.
Okay, all right.
You want to know? You want to know the realest of the real? The realest of the real is that Joey's a cool motherfucker. Joey is way different than Joe, and there ain't shit to talk about Joey because Joey's just there. Joey's melon with the mesh. He can't really do much because he's got to deal with a fat 450-pound airbag going off every day. So, you know, it just is what it is. He deals and rolls with the punches. Joey's a good motherfucker, man. I will vouch that to the day I die. That motherfucker, I love him. If there's anybody I miss from the record label that I don't see outside of that place, because I see Twisted and I see Blaze and I see ABK and shit outside of that shit. I see all them all the time. But, you know, people that I miss back at that motherfucker, Joey number one, no doubt. 100%. I love that motherfucker. We used to do shows just him and I. Radio style. That's a real motherfucker. He's cool as hell. That's why there can't be too much shit said about him, because it ain't him. It ain't like he's sitting back calling all these fucking shots.
I miss Shaggy too, though. A lot. That was like one of my best fucking friends. That dude was like one of my best fucking friends.
I don't know if this is true, but this is what Chris told me. And I have no reason not to believe him because me and him shot each other straight as motherfucking arrows. But he told me, that, you know, I went to bat for you, dog. I went into Billy and Joe, and it was me sitting on the other side of the table, and they're telling me You can have any other motherfucker as your hype man. You can have anybody else on stage with you but that kid. Anybody else. You can have any fucking body else on stage with you but that kid. Fuck him. This was what was told through the grapevine to be told to me from Joe's fucking lips. Tell him to fuck off. He's a juggalo. He'll understand. Now, is that being a ninja since 96, that's a slap in my motherfucking face, straight up. Tell him to fuck off. He's a juggalo. He'll understand. Little did they know, yeah, I was an OG alpha fucking. I thought this was juggalo shit. Everybody gets a chance. Everybody, Fago lovers, you'll only catch it here. How about that? A little plug for you, too. Here it is. Fucking straight from Blaze. Out of context. I don't know whether it was a Ryder show or a Lotus show. I don't even think Lotus was around back then. So this is like 2000, 2001, whenever. Chris is fucking sweating balls after a show. I think Ryder's sitting there winded as fuck, almost puking, drenched in sweat, you know what I'm saying? Just did a fucking set and talking to somebody, you know, out of context, man, like, fuck this shit, man. Fuck this. Can't do it. Fuck this shit. Well, Joe hears him and says, oh yeah, fuck this shit. I'll show you fuck this shit. Call somebody back at the label. I don't know who we called. Could have been Webmaster Gordon back then. Could have been somebody else. But tell somebody at the label to fucking kill Chris's career. Basically put out a fucking newsletter, put out a Hatchet Herald, put out something, whatever was back popping then, put out the news that Blaze, your dead homie, retired. And I know you remember this. You remember when Blaze mysteriously retired? What happened to Blaze? You know what the fuck? That's Joe telling Blaze, you want to talk some shit? You want to fucking say, fuck this shit? Well, fuck you. So start your career over and put that nigga on hiatus and made him work, you know? And made him work back to where he already belonged. You know what I'm saying? It's like, they shit on this motherfucker. I feel so bad for Chris because it's like, he is the redheaded stepchild of the fucking label, and there's not much he can do. And it's like, dog, you want bombs? You want bombs?
It's like, we fucking wrote a letter to him because we know Violent J better than anybody in the fucking world. Anybody. And we know that the way to relate to him is to write him a letter. So we wrote him a letter explaining, thank you for everything. I just don't think anybody's understanding what we're trying to do. We just want to go do our own thing. That's all we want to do. That's it. Give us a couple years to try to get our shit together, and then we'll come back together and take over the world. And that's why we ain't shit. That not because of the fucking march, not because of none of that. It's because we were like, hey, dude, we need a fucking break. And his feelings got hurt. I get it, but it wasn't a mean letter. It was just to the point. Like, come on, bro. Quit acting like this. Everybody wants to put us into a position to be the bad guy, right? It's like that homie that you have that just keeps seeming to do shit, and then when you're like, hey man, can you fucking knock it off? They're looking at you like, oh man, why are you talking to me like that? Why are you getting mad at me like that? Because I let 500 things slide. And the one thing I can't let slide, you want to fucking just ill out? You ain't my homie. You really ain't my homie. It seems like it was all about the money. Money had a very small part to play in it. Like, you guys don't understand. We've been getting fucked out of money for years. Fucking years. So if it was about money, we would have fucking never came back when we left in the Green Book. We left. We're like, fuck, you guys are fucking crazy, dude. Between the Eminem shit, the shit they ended up putting in our fucking contract, like, so much shit. But they assured us, no, everything will be better. We're going to change. Everything's going to be better. And they just found a way to tangle us harder and keep their thumb on us. So, I mean, I can't say not any percentage of it was about money, but if you broke it down into 100%, fucking 8% of it had to do with money. Had to do with money. Very little. Like, There's enough money out there, as crazy as it sounds, and you could be getting fucked out of hundreds of thousands of dollars and still be all right. Still be all right. Crazy as that fucking sounds. But it's heartbreaking to find out that people said they were your homies and you don't need to worry about getting no lawyer or nothing, dude. You're good, man. Just go ahead and sign this. It's all good. And find out they fucking backstabbed you. Like, that means we weren't homies from the beginning? Like, you guys don't understand how fucked up we are off of that shit. That's the whole thing. Like, to a lot of people, it looked like we just woke up one day and was like, we're gone. We're leaving the record label. Like, bro, there were so many fucking chances that we gave them before it was like, dude, they are literally just putting their dicks in our face. Just for the sake of putting their dick in our face. Like, what the fuck, bro? And I remember sitting with all of them, the entire fucking record label in Billy's office. And I was like, hey, you guys know we've been on this record label for like 18 years or 17 years, some shit like that? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, you guys know that shit is unheard of? Like, that don't happen? And they just all went back to doing what they were doing. Like, fuck him, you know, he's a bitch. That's how it was, man. Like, all right. Okay. But it just got to the point where it was for real, y'all. We were going to die as a band. Die as a band. We had to take the leap, take the chance. You don't think we knew that people were going to be like, what the fuck? We knew. We knew all about it, man. We knew. But there was nothing, that was our only recourse. We had to get punched in the face a bunch of times from everybody that was pissed off about us leaving for the wounds to heal, and finally people start realizing, I fucking get it now. I get it now. We've sat down with dudes 3 different times. 3 different times, y'all, to try to squash the beef. And all we got were fucking ultimatums. Do this, do this, do that, do this, and maybe we can be cool. And we're like, dude, what the fuck? Like, that can't be real. Came back, did the same thing. Came back, did the same thing again. We're like, dog, you just don't understand, bro. You don't get it. So, as painful as it was again, we had to fucking ride off again. Y'all don't know that? That's brand new. Y'all never heard of that. He'll never tell you that. I'm telling you that. That's real. Ultimatum like a motherfucker. For us to just be cool. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, wow. Basically trying to run our fucking record label. Like, so, as bad as we wanted to make you guys fucking happy, to be able to come out and be like, hey, it's all good again, dude. We just cannot compromise ourselves. You guys wouldn't want us to. If that was somebody else doing this to us, you guys would lose your fucking minds. Lose your fucking minds. I dare another band out there to try some of the shit these guys do to us. We wouldn't have to do shit. You guys would annihilate them. And I don't understand what the difference is. I never did, Jedediah. Real spit. I will not speak on that aspect of it, but that's real, man. We fucking tried everything, you guys. Everything. And at the end of the day, it wasn't about being a friend and just getting over shit. It was about how the fuck I'm gonna control you motherfuckers and make sure you stay where I need you to stay. And we just can't do that, man. We can't. I wouldn't do that for my fucking mother if she asked me some shit like that. But we fucking thought about it. We thought about it. Like, fuck it, man. Should we just fuck? And then, man, we were like, are we fucking crazy? Hell no. Might be able to do y'all like that. Tired of motherfuckers doing us like that. It was to a point where fucking Madrox wouldn't even come to the Lotus Pod. After the fight, dude, after they pulled that dumb shit, it was really bad. It was really bad. It wasn't even a fucking fight. It was... Ah, here we go. So, we played a venue, right? In that venue, after it was done, this is a Dark Lotus tour. This some shit right here. This is real. And I challenge any fucking body, anybody about this story. Anybody that was there, and everybody was there. So, your boy was fucking wasted on some shit, and me and I can't even remember who the fuck I was with. It wasn't Madrox. Jamie was on the bus with everybody else. Madrox is calling me like, hey man, come back to the bus, dude. This dude's tripping. So I'm like, all right, let's go. Bam, we bounce out. We fucking hit a Taco Bell because I didn't think it was that serious, right? Get to the bus, and they're outside. Everybody's standing outside. Jamie's outside, and he's like, come here, man, let me talk to you. It was Blaze. That's who I was with. And he's like, dude, this motherfucker said that you were in a club, dance grinding on a girl, mouthing the words to an Eminem song to his face. And I was like, what? Oh my God, are you fucking serious? So I go up to this motherfucker and he's looking at me. He ain't got no clue who I am. None. No clue. And I'm like, bro, are you fucking serious? He was like, you were singing it. And he pushed me. And I hand my bag to Blaze. I'm like, hold on, dog. I'm about to fuck this dude up. Straight up. And Jamie and Blaze were like, no, no, no. And this motherfucker starts yelling at me all this crazy shit. And I turned to Jamie, I'm like, you fucking believe this? And he was like, hell no, I don't believe what this dude is saying. What I'm saying is it's really weird right now. And so I pulled out a thing of mace, right? Because there's like 15 of these dudes. And Joe keeps talking shit, like, I'ma fuck you up. I'm like, I'm right here, dude, I'm right here. Madrox is trying to squash it. So he's like, hey, come on, Joe, let's go over here to your bus. They all go over there. It's him, Joe, Joey, fucking a couple of their cronies, and Blaze is keeping me over on this side, like, fuck it, it ain't even worth it, dude. The dude is not even him right now. He's fried out of his mind. And I'm like, I don't give a fuck, dude. He just fucking put his hands, you know how it is, where you're just kind of in a state of, And all of a sudden I hear yelling again. And I look, and fucking Joey swung, bam. And I'm like, what the fuck, swung on Jamie? And I run over there and everybody's grabbing me. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And they separate everybody. They go onto their bus. We go into the hotel because, of course, they're like, you're off the fucking record label. And Jamie's like, yeah, man, I'm talking to Joey. And this motherfucker Joe comes up behind me and sucker punches me in the fucking head. When I turned around to see that, Joey, bam, swung on me. And as soon as Joey did it, he was like, oh, I'm sorry, money. It was just that Joe swung, and I'm just like, holy shit. So, they left us. They left us in fucking Washington. We had to drive 50 fucking hours, it seemed like, home. Thank God we had a credit card to get a rental car. There's a great fucking story. There's a great one. And I'll challenge any fucking buddy, anybody that wants to say different. Then that made us look at things differently. Like, oh shit, okay. So we're not really homies like that. Like, goddamn, dude, it just kept breaking our fucking hearts. But we hung in there for the kids. For the kids, as crazy as it sounds. For the fucking kids. Because we knew what that split was gonna do. But it just got to that point, you guys. It got to that point where it was like, we hoped that we had had a relationship with you guys, that you would understand where we were coming from. And a lot of you did. The majority did, but there were people that didn't, and that hurt our feelings. That left us hurt. Like, damn. A lot of people did just fuck with us because of the address. An address in which we helped create. We created that just like they did. So that shit was just ill as fuck. That changed the entire fucking relationship. That right there, that to us was the beginning of the end. Right there. Right there. Like, whoa, bro. We just ain't on the same level anymore. We're just not. So it became harder for us to tour together, for us to do stuff together. That's why you guys seen it. That's why you always heard fucking Twisted don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. Now you know why. Now you know why. Because it was tough to look at them dudes for a long fucking time. And we weren't money hungry. So it wasn't jumping at every fucking project that had a dollar amount connected to it. Because we could have did that. But fuck, bro, we were fucked up off of that. Imagine that. Imagine that. Like, that just fucked us up. Like, my God, dude. My God. But I said, and I always said, I fucking will challenge any one of them ever want to get on live together. Let's do it. Let's do it. But
respect. I respect that.
Earned from respect. Loyalty. You believe in this motherfucker. You love him. Loyalty, man. Fuck anything else. To me, it's the only
so
thing
I guess we're drinking.
I got faith. No,
I always say, I think the easy answer is both. I want both the motherfuckers. Huh?
What? What are you talking about?
Yes, we're gonna take the shot. Take a shot.
I ain't drinking no more, man. I ain't even drunk. I don't know why
You want some of this shit? Here.